Hello everyone, I am Madhura from class 11th. I am going to explain a topic known as biological classification, the needs of biological classification and the information about biological classification as well. I am going to discuss this topic in detail. So as we know, there is a corona pandemic situation. So we need to protect ourselves. And here are some easy 8 steps which can keep you miles away from corona. Stay safe and stay inside your place. So I'm going to begin the topic formally. So friends, you might be thinking, what's the need of biological classification? Hence I have presented two pictures in front of you. They consist lily, butterfly, valleys, octopus, marine animals, etc. etc. So, can you classify them in various kingdoms classes? Yes, you can, and that's only because of biological classification. How can we separate plants from animals? That's classification. If we consider you don't like something, you classify it in your hateful thing. That's the classification. Hence, we can conclude the variety of living organisms present on earth is biodiversity. Since so many years, man used organism for his use. Man is greedy, as you know. Hence, for convenience, he started classifying living organisms. And that is how the classification began. Let's understand. Grouping of organisms based upon common and non-common features is known as classification. As you can see in this picture, it's Aristotle, a Greek philosopher as well as father of biology. He started classifying organisms. He was the first one who tried classifying organisms scientifically. He used the simplest morphological characters as basis of classification. Morphology is study of external structural appearances. As we can see ourselves, our face is much different than animals like fox. The structure of mouth, nostrils, that's morphology. Hence, Aristotle explained a system known as two kingdom system. Aristotle classified organisms as either animals or plants. More than 2000 years ago, Aristotle developed the first widely accepted system of biological classification. He classified organisms in two groups, plants and animals. He classified plants into three subgroups, trees, shrubs and herbs. In the basis of their structure, the tall plants seen around him, he gave the name trees. The medium-sized plants were shrubs and the shortest one were named as herbs. We can see how Aristotle classified organisms on the basis of their height. But in the case of animals, he classified animals into two subgroups and they were named as Anaima and Inaima. Anaima was the subgroup which contained animals without RBCs, hence the blood was not red in them. And Inaima consisted the animals with RBCs, hence the blood was red. Anaima and Inaima sound something strange and they sound similar, na? So I haven't tricked to understand them well and to remember them. Anaima, A is the prefix and as we know in English, we use A when there is opposite word. Hence, A is without and E is with. So, Anaima are those animals who did not consist RBCs and Inaima are those who contain the red blood cells or red blood corpuscles. As our elders say, every coin has two sides. As per that, Aristotle's two kingdom system also had merits as well as demerits. The demerits were that many unrelated organisms which are not related to each other are placed in the same group due to matching habitats. Hence, there was contradiction. In simpler language, we can say many different organisms are classified under same group And the second demerit was that many related organisms which are similar, identical to each other, are positioned in different groups due to different habitat. Hence it comes as the second demerit. Though this classification was widely accepted for wide time, Ernst Haeckel, the another scientist, tried to clear all the demerits in this classification using the three kingdom classification. Though Aristotle was first to explain everything, but his theory was not accepted any further. So let us talk about the three kingdom classification given by Ernst Haeckel. Ernst Haeckel given three kingdoms: Kingdom Monera, Kingdom Animalia, and Kingdom Plantae. Kingdom Monera was discovered by Ernst Haeckel because the two kingdom classification didn't include it. Kingdom Monera. Haeckel considered cellular organization and cell structure as the basis of his classification. As thought of Kingdom Monera consisted unicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms are those organisms who consist just a single cell. For example, protozoa, fungi, bacteria, the organism that consists just a single cell. As that of Kingdom Animalia, it consisted only multicellular organisms like algae and other animals. The criteria Anaima and Inaima was not considered by Ernst Haeckel in kingdom classification of Animalia. So let us talk about Kingdom Plantae. Kingdom Plantae consisted all the plants. Plants were considered just because they were photosynthetic, and hence we can say mode of nutrition is also one of the selection criteria of this classification. The demerits of three kingdom classification are as follows. Bacteria and fungi were kept in the same group which are not supposed to be in the same group. The second demerit is that nucleated and anucleated organisms were kept in same group. Also, though algae is autotrophic and can make food by itself, it was kept in group of. Now let us talk about the last one. Each specific group has an immense diversity which is very difficult to keep in same group. Monera consisted diversity of living organisms, Animalia and Plantae too. But these diverse organisms were though kept in the same group, and that was the demerit of this classification. So now let us talk about Copeland's four kingdom classification. So first of all, we will discuss about Kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera was discovered by Copeland and was newly added in four kingdom classification, and it was upset in three kingdom classification given by Ernst Haeckel. Kingdom Monera included all units having well defined nucleus and I'll repeat, U is well defined and as example we can consider bacteria and Bruggean algae. Now let us talk about Kingdom Protista. Kingdom Protista included algae and fungi which are microbes as well as macrobes. Macromolecule, you might have heard macromolecule, that's large. So as thought of plants included eukaryotes which are multicellular in nature. He again classified it into kingdom Metaphyta, which is. Let us talk about kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia included eukaryotic living organisms which were multicellular in nature, and again he classified it into kingdom Metazoa, which included invertebrates as well as vertebrates. The examples are apes, humans, and various mammals, etc. So, you might have heard Robert Hooke, Robert Brown, and here is another Robert H. Whitaker. He gave five kingdom classification which was really very widely accepted by all over India and the world. So what was the basis of his classification? Cell structure. Whether the cell is unicellular, multicellular, how is the structure of the cell, etc. Thallus or body organization. The body organization of any organism. That's what's the level of his body organization. And mode of nutrition, whether it is holozoic, heterotrophic, autotrophic, like humans have holozoic nutrition, plants have autotrophic, animals have heterotrophic, etc. The second one was reproduction. How do they reproduce? Whether they reproduce sexually or asexually was the basis of his classification criteria. Evolutionary relationships. Phylogeny was mainly considered by Robert H. Whitaker. He corrected major drawbacks of four kingdom classification, two kingdom classification, and three kingdom classification. Hence, it was accepted widely all over world. Here is the most important NCERT chart from our syllabus. This chart shows the features of R.H. Whitaker's five kingdom classification system. This chart is the summary of five kingdom classification. So let's summarize. The cell type of Monera is prokaryotic. The cell wall of Monera is made up of peptidoglycan, means it is made up of non-cellulistic polysaccharide and amino acids. As sort of nuclear membrane, it is absent in monerans. Body organization of Monera is cellular. Mode of nutrition in Monera is autotrophic and mainly heterotrophic. So as we talk about Protista, the cell type in them is eukaryotic. The cell wall is present in only some of the organisms. The nuclear membrane is present in all of the protists, as well as body organization is cellular in them. Mode of nutrition is autotrophic as well as heterotrophic. Both type of tropism is present here. So let us talk about fungi. The cell type of fungi is eukaryotic. The cell wall is present without cellulose. The cellulose is not present here. The nuclear membrane is present in all of the fungi, and the body organization is multicellular with loose tissue. Mode of nutrition is only heterotrophic. So, Plantae have cell type eukaryotic. Plants have cell wall present with cellulose. They have presence of nuclear membrane as well as the body organization is of tissue or organ level. Mode of nutrition in them is completely autotrophic. So let us talk about kingdom Animalia. The cell type in them is eukaryotic as present in organism. And the cell wall is absent in only this kingdom, that's Animalia. The nuclear membrane is present in animals. Body organization is tissue, organ or organ system level. Tissue is smaller than organ and organ is smaller than organ system, and this is how organism forms. Some animals are heterotrophic but we are holozoic. Here is the person sitting. As you can see, he is Carl Woese. He gave 6 kingdom classification. Though there was no demerit of 5 kingdom classification, Woese found that the organism. Carl Woese proposed 6 kingdom classification in which kingdom Monera is split into 2 kingdoms, Archaebacteria and Eubacteria. Hence, the kingdoms are Archaebacteria, Eubacteria, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. He further classified them into three domains as you can see in this picture. Having Protista, fungi, plantae and animalia were all classified under domain Eukarya because kingdom Archaebacteria was having all bacterial forms separated as Archaebacteria. Archaebacteria is an ancient bacteria having the capacity to be present in Eubacteria are considered as the most abundant bacteria as they are found in each and every type of habitat. This group has peptidoglycan or murin cell wall or kingdom Plantae was having microalgae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms and a lot of plants in it. As we all know, kingdom Animalia included invertebrates as well as vertebrates. Kingdom Animalia got divided further into classes, groups, etc. And the examples are all mammals like rat. So let us talk about the bullet points of this newly classified sixth kingdom classification. Carl Wood splitted kingdom Monera in Archaebacteria and Eubacteria. The study of evolution was really very necessary for the classification of organism. Further, it was proved that the all kingdom have same ancestors. This is known as progeny, and the evolution concept is essential for this study. Kingdom Archaea and kingdom Eubacteria were classified under domain Archaea and domain Bacteria respectively. Domain Eukarya included remaining. After this, I am having a short question for you. How many kingdoms have only heterotrophic mode of nutrition? You can comment so that I can understand how many of you have watched this session. So have a good day. Upvote and share if you like it.